Hello and welcome. As we get older, it's only natural to start thinking a bit more about our mind and our vision. Well, today we're going to take a look at how some simple natural juices might just provide the specific nutrients your brain and the eyes need to stay sharp and clear.
So let's start with a little self-check. Does this sound at all familiar? Maybe you walk into a room and then just completely forget why you went in there in the first place. Or perhaps you find yourself struggling to pull up the names of people you've known for ages.
If you're nodding along to any of these, it's really important to know that these aren't just random signs of getting older. You can think of them as signals. Your brain and eyes are basically asking for some very specific nutritional help to function at their very best.
Now, here's the crucial part. It's so important to understand that these symptoms aren't happening in a vacuum. The health of your eyes and the health of your brain, they are deeply, deeply connected. When one is struggling, the other often isn't far behind. And this connection is incredibly direct. Your retina, that's the part of your eye that senses light, it's literally an extension of your brain tissue. This is exactly why things like poor circulation or inflammation can cause both that foggy thinking and blurry vision at the same time. And the scale of this problem, well, it's pretty significant. A study from the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that a staggering 92% of seniors are missing at least one key nutrient that their body needs to do its repair work while they sleep. That's a huge number. And that leads us right into this key issue, the overnight repair problem. See, it's not just about getting enough hours of sleep. It's about whether your body actually has the right tools to heal during those hours of rest. Think of it this way. While you're in a deep sleep, your brain turns on its very own cleaning crew. It's called the glymphatic system, and its job is to flush out all the metabolic waste that builds up during the day. But this system and the repair systems in your eyes, they need specific raw materials to do their job. Without them, the cleanup just isn't complete.
So how can we give our bodies these raw materials? Well, the solution we're exploring today is centered on 4 specific juices. I want you to think of each one as a special tool designed to tackle a different part of the problem.
We're going to start with a familiar classic, carrot juice. Its real power comes from providing the essential building blocks to protect and repair those delicate little cells in your eyes. And, as you'll see, it's best to have it in the morning.
So carrot juice basically works in 3 ways. First, its vitamin A precursor is fantastic for night vision. Second, it has lutein and zeaxanthan, which act kind of like internal sunglasses, filtering out harmful light. And finally, a compound called falcaronol helps protect your brain cells from inflammation.
Okay, now this part is absolutely critical. The most important nutrients in carrot juice are fat-soluble. What does that mean? It means that without a little bit of healthy fat, we're talking avocado, a few nuts, even a teaspoon of olive oil, your body simply can't absorb them. You'll literally be pouring all those benefits right down the drain.
All right, next up, circulation. You know that mid-afternoon slump when you can feel mentally foggy? Well, beet juice can be an incredible energizer. It works by delivering a rush of oxygen to your brain and eyes, and you can feel its effects surprisingly fast.
Now, it's really important to understand the difference here. The healthy, natural nitrates in beets get converted by your body into something called nitric oxide, which helps relax and widen your blood vessels. This is completely different, chemically different, from the unhealthy nitrites you find in processed meats.
For one 71-year-old woman named Margaret, this was an absolute game changer. She'd been really struggling to follow conversations, but within a week of adding beet juice, she said her mind felt clearer, and eventually she regained that mental sharpness to manage her own finances again. Just amazing. Our third juice, this is the one that works its magic while you're sleeping. Blueberry juice goes beyond just protecting. It has compounds that can actually help your body rebuild by stimulating the creation of new brain cells. That beautiful deep color of blueberries comes from antioxidants called anthocyanins, and what's so special about them is they can cross the blood-brain barrier. Once they get inside, they help boost levels of something called BDNF. The best way to think of BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain. It promotes growth and helps build new connections between your brain cells.
There's a story about an avid reader named Helen, age 74, who found that reading had become almost impossible because of brain fog. After a few weeks of having blueberry juice every night, she was back to finishing her crossword puzzles and her novels. She said it felt like someone had just turned the lights back on.
Our fourth and final juice is spinach. And when you juice it, it becomes a true powerhouse, unlocking nutrients that support both the speed of your vision and your overall mental clarity and mood. So, spinach gives you another dose of lutein and zeaxanthin for eye protection, but it also delivers folate, which is a B vitamin that helps produce mood-regulating chemicals in your brain. Folate also helps control something called homocysteine, which can damage brain cells if levels get too high. Just one thing to remember with spinach juice: moderation is key.
Okay, so now that we have our 4 tools, let's put them all together into a simple daily ritual. The real key here is to work with your body's natural rhythms to get the greatest possible benefit.
And here is the entire plan all in one place. You might want to pause here and take a screenshot of this for later. The secret is really in the timing. Carrot juice with a healthy fat in the morning, beet juice for that afternoon boost, and blueberry juice before bed to fuel that all-important overnight repair.
You know, this whole approach isn't about some miracle cure. It's really about empowerment. It's about understanding that you can give your body the specific tools it needs to do the healing work that it's already designed to do.
This quote, right here, it really reframes the whole conversation we have about aging. It suggests that major decline isn't something that's just bound to happen. Instead, it might be a consequence of a nutritional deficiency, a deficiency that you actually have the power to address.
Look, this doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to do everything all at once. Real, lasting change can start with just a single, simple choice. Your health is still in your hands. So what will your first step be?